Hi, Rich Tehrani, live here in Las Vegas at the Interop show. It is May of 2009, and today we've got Neal Allen, who's with Fluke Networks. Neal, how are you?
I'm good.
Fantastic. I wanted to ask you some questions about your company's involvement in the Interop network and what you've done to help get this thing up and running.
Well, that'd be great. We have a lot of fun here. We get to actually use our tools to deploy a network like this, which is what our customer typically does. And we take it from cable certification and troubleshooting all of the cable faults from cables that came from the previous show to helping the exhibitors to troubleshoot problems with gear that they've brought to the show that may be brand new and never been out of the lab before. It's kind of fun.
So, and you also mentioned to me that this is it. I mean, unlike in a customer scenario where you might have time to fix things, here, I mean, it's just, you're up and running and live, right? You have one shot to do it right.
It's a production network environment, and you have limited amount of time for setup, and you don't have a do-over. That's correct. So it's like real life.
And I was on the Wi-Fi network, and it was pretty stable for me. Were you responsible for that as well, getting that up?
We do have tools for helping monitor and troubleshoot that, so we were looking at all of that. As usual, at a show like this, with all of the big lighting and the AV systems, and well, I think I measured 390 some odd access points from one spot a little while ago. So it's wireless soup.
Yeah, my mobile phone, every time I turn it on, it just keeps listing new access points at a rapid clip. I almost can't work because I have to wait for it to scroll through all the access points every time I turn on the phone.
Right, so it's very difficult to get the environment up and stable here. We find that because it's such a target-rich environment, you really don't want to use BG here. You want to use A.
What A you said?
A is much less troublesome in this environment.
What about N?
N would probably be fine as well. I was just thinking the general frequency bands.
Well, A is one that's not being used that often anyway, right, by companies, so
it's becoming more prevalent.
Oh, again? It's coming back. It's seeing a resurgence. Why is that?
Well, the BG came out originally, and it was installed in everything, and then everybody went out and bought it.
Sure.
And then because there's so much wireless soup in the BG 2.4 gigahertz band, the A band, the 5 gigahertz band, was much more appealing.
So is that for specific enterprise applications? Are they using A?
For pretty much everything, it's a good choice. There's a lot of the commercial products, from your microwave oven to garage door opener, operate on the 2.4 gigahertz range. So
I've had some challenges in the microwave department as well. Whenever that microwave's going, I get some spotty coverage in my home.
Yeah, the A is just generally more reliable in that regard. You're more likely to have a good experience.
So we talked a little bit about your customers and just the concept of a case study. It was kind of humorous and interesting what you told me, just like when you look to get a case study from a customer.
Well, our marketing department is always looking for good case studies to post in publications and on the website and such. And a good case study typically runs 4 or 5 pages, and it describes the process of events necessary to troubleshoot something. So our marketing department's always out looking for a good case study. But when we go talk to our customers that like our product and we ask them if they were interested, they say yes. We have them describe the problem, and they say, well, I went out to troubleshoot this problem, I plugged in your tool, it told me what was wrong, and I fixed it. And you end up with one big paragraph. That's it.
Well, there you go. That seems to sum up.
Story.
That seems to sum up the reason to buy the product. It's all right there in that one paragraph. And thank you so much for your time on the show today. Thanks for coming by. This was great.
Good.